right, we're gonna get started on the grill lights on this thing just because it's a easy place to start. I've got a phone call at noon. I figured I might as well just start on this. These are pretty simple. I guess the wiring portion's not as simple. We've got, I'm just gonna do everything by hand today because I have no reason not to. No, that sounds like a terrible idea. All you've got in here is these 10 mils. Throw these on this little magnet right here. Good to go on that, and this should work. So you've got to get down inside of here. You can pull it back to look. So you've got these slots down here. I don't know if you can see these. There's these like, there's not really a good way to see it from up top. So you've got, once you get up in here, you should be able to see this a little better now. You got these clips that they just pop out once you hit them with this. Grab this, set it down. We're gonna grab some alcohol. Got the lights right here, both function checked, good to go. Got a little rag. They go right here. This way everybody will be able to see this going forward. So, backside, front side. Wires always up, makes this so much easier. You're gonna wanna make sure you can get these where you want them, as centered as possible. I believe centered's right about there. So we've got, you can see this gap down here, gap up there, about the same. These stick on this outer edge. No, this process is actually pretty simple. We'll tap into this upper bulb is actually, it's running light turn signal. And obviously you have your ground, there's just 3 wires. So we'll use the 3 wires from that to wire into these. We'll end up making it a plug and play connector. So if they ever do have to be swapped out, we will be able to just unplug these and plug in the new one. We typically use a plastic trim tool. We're able to get into the creases pretty easy. This one. Obviously you don't want to put this on like raw black plastic. It's not going to stick to raw black plastic. The way we're going to do this is actually just a little bit at a time. So we're going to go about right here. We're going to go in with this trim tool and just slowly push this down. So there's that whole side installed. It is I mean, it's fairly invisible. It's not gonna be completely invisible. There's no way for that to happen. It's gonna feed this wire through here. We're gonna go back and function check one more time now that they are installed so you guys can see everything. So I've got little jumpers. We'll go red. We will go black. And then we will plug them in. And you've got startup sequence. Then it goes to full brightness. Function check here. There's no dead LEDs in here. We're all good. And then you've got signal function, which is a full sequential. We always go top down. If you really wanted to go bottom up, you could. We just haven't done that. And then they'll function back to this after the fact. And 10 mil. We're gonna go in here. $10 but I could be wrong. You typically have to go in here, go in at an angle, and there she goes. Socket will pop out underneath, and there's our bolt. Now you know. So this one, there are clips on this side right here. Typically you can just pull and it'll pull right out. So the way we typically run these lights is we'll have this right here, which I need to swap these out, the other headlight out. So as you can see, this is how we do it. I end up putting a plug-and-play connector on here so I can make these headlights plug-and-play. I mean, obviously they're not actually plug-and-play. We do actually sell an inline adapter to do exactly what I'm doing with this. You've got this center wire. It's yellow. I know it's actually the positive for the running light on both sides. Black's negative. Damn. And then this one is going to be, I believe it's blue and green is the color for the driver's side. They're listed on our website. And then passenger side, you've got very similar. We're replacing these bulbs so I can pull this out. This side you've got ground, positive, and then you've got yellow with purple is the signal on this side. So if you end up running these, you guys are welcome to do this as well. This is just, I just use a 5-foot extension, 5-foot white and amber extension. It's just a tricolor or a tri, same size wire as the kit we use. So it makes it pretty simple. I'm able to just run that up to each grill light and call it a day. So to continue on this, I'm going to seal this up. Get this solder to melt. Also, I want to make it clear, this is not the perfect tutorial. There are a lot of ways to do this. This is just the way we do it. This is what we feel works best and long term. So now we've got that right there. I'm actually going to hold this flat while these dry or harden up. This solder will take a second to harden. As you can see, all that solder in there is melted. Let these dry up. I normally wrap some tape around each one of them individually before encasing the whole thing with sleeve. This can get run up through here. Bulb and connector. Here we go. Key test. Make these the exact same length. Make my life easy. This ridge right here is where I cut. So we've got that for up front. Cut these off. We don't need those. So that end is now sealed. Be able to slide this right on here. What we'll do is we'll go now we've got 3 heat shrink solder connectors. Keep those flat. And now to do the same thing on this side. So like I had said, unfortunately we didn't get to do the rock lights on this thing. Needs rear liners. Should be getting it in the next week or two. But I do want to go over the new headlights, signal bulbs, and then the cbars we just did. So I'm going to give it a quick remote start. And then they're still decently bright, honestly, during the day. I mean, you got signals there, and then back to white. I mean, they're visible, absolutely visible during the day. Once they turn off, try to get a good look at this once you guys get up here. Once they turn it off, which they should here in a second. So this customer's truck's all wrapped up, at least for the time being. Got a little bit to do on this. Don't think we're gonna get it done tonight. I think I'm gonna call it a night after this. Got some orders to ship out and whatnot. Well, unfortunately, we're gonna be putting this project on pause. I got the front ones in, decided to wait on the sides, and I got to the back. And unfortunately, that's not a fender liner. So normally we would just go bang and call it a day. Like those will hold up here too. The dilemma is up there is all really thick bed liner rubber. We couldn't get a magnet to stick. And I really didn't want to go the route of self-tappers. I'm like anti-self-tappers. So fortunately I reached out to the customer. Customer was cool about it. He said, not a big deal. I can order some fender liners. I'll get it back in when I get those in. So that's all done. Grill lights are done. I'm about to pull these rock lights back out and get this fender liner back in. All of this is buttoned up. I'm gonna get these wrapped back up, throw these back in the box, and we're gonna set these aside with a label on them. And get back to cracking on these right after FP. So I appreciate your guys' time. Really glad you guys wanted this for a long time. I'm hoping this is what you guys wanted out of it. If there's something else you guys want, we need to know. I know installs was part of it. I feel like I got that grill light install about as good as I could have, aside from what we already have stated on the website. This video will I'll probably end up posting this entire video with the full rundown of how all of this is done. I showed the wiring process for the lights, the installation process. Obviously, there's what they look like with the truck off and them off. If you're not looking for them, you don't see them. Then we've got these bulbs in, got all the bulbs in for them. I only showed wiring on this side just because it's the same on both sides. The only difference is one wire is different, a different color. But aside from that, I mean, it's super simple. We may start doing plug and play kits since we do have access to plug and play adapters. The only downside is instead of a $75 light set, you end up at like a $200 and something light set, however it becomes plug and play. So I'm going to finish cleaning this stuff up, get this liner back in real quick, and we should be all good for this customer to come pick up his truck. That's all she wrote. The truck is all finished up, ready for pickup. Double check for fingerprints, double check for any loose wires. I don't see anything. Oh,